average AHL team. I wouldn't say great AHL team, but an average AHL team. And they're going to get worse. You would have to think that maybe a defenseman at the deadline goes for depth for someone. Maybe Chris Stewart goes. So bringing in two more guys. Goaltending is not great here. They won one yesterday. I think that's one that everyone around the Buffalo area is going, what the heck are we doing? We can't even lose right. I mean, we should be losing, and they will. They will finish last. They will finish 30th. They'll have the most balls in the lottery. So Toronto, hold your breath. You're not getting McDavid unless you get very, very lucky.
See, I think they romped the Calder Cup. I really lose the comments for the Grand Rapids. Maybe not, though. I mean, if you get off to a bad start, give up the first goal. No, I do think the Sabres win the Calder Cup. Hey, what?
They certainly get my money, but it wouldn't be out of the realm that they win. Certainly would not be out of the realm. You got to think, if Zadorov and Ristolainen who are going to be very good players, but normally they'd be getting called up from junior and off to a Calder Cup. If you look at the offense, not a great offense. Goaltending, very, very average. So this team is very bad. Very bad.
That's garbage, because it's persistently haunted. We don't go too much to the Sabres, but here's the issue. We haven't talked about it enough. Whatever happened to Cody Hodgson? Like Zach Cassian has kind of found his groove now. He's pinpoints to News Vancouver and he'll forever link the two. But Cody Hodgson looked like a burgeoning star in this league. What happened? They might buy him out, right? They might.
I like the casual for the trade end of it for Vancouver. He needed to figure it out. He's had an up and down season too. In the last month, really found his game and been a lot more physical. Obviously, the goals are going in, and there's a direct correlation in Casual playing physical and pucks going in the net. So if he can get that mindset, I think he's a scorer. But when he brings that physical element, like the Lou Teach, he's got great hands. He's got good speed for a big guy, but he has to know he's a power forward, and that's what makes him successful. When we talk about Hodgson, I'm not a fan. He had that great season, but he was playing every power play, every first line minutes with the best players, and I think he had, off the top of my head, roughly 50 points. If you're a top center in this league and you're getting 50 points, well, you're the Buffalo Sabres. You're just not a good hockey team. Your top center, your lead guy has got to be in that 75-point range to 70 to 80 points. If you're going to be successful, you're just a good player, because you get every opportunity. We look every power play, and that's 5 to 7 power plays in today's game. Every single game, you have to find a way to generate just a little bit more over a half a point a game. So his speed, he really struggles with the speed. He really struggles with defensive zone liability in the way that he competes and the way that he loses his man. Definitely not a fan, and definitely not a player that Ted Nolan would want to go to war with. So he's had his struggles, he's had his healthy scratches. We'll see what they do with him, but I just don't think he's a number 1 or number 2 center in the National Hockey League. On a very good team, he's a 3 or a 4, no question.
Like, it feels like Matthew Ryder was trying to getting wiggle room that, and you'll probably like Cody Hodgson a lot better than Clarabus mentioned, but I don't want to say Billy Lane. He played his way out of town, disastrous. The fans were throwing tomatoes at him by the end of things in Buffalo. He had to leave, and at the same time, his year this year isn't that different. Hodgson's year this year isn't that different than any of Billy Lano's years in productivity.
So, I think Billy Lano had one good playoff series, and he was fine because ownership and GM decided, well, this is the guy that's going to get us over the hump because he beat us in the playoffs. He was some great players in that playoff and had a good run. Hey, I had 13 points in 15 games on a playoff run too, and certainly I wasn't deserving of a $26 million deal like Billy Lano got. He was a bust right from the start. Cody Hodgson has a little bit more upside than I think of Billy Lano, but they're eerily similar. I think when you bring up that point, that the offensive capabilities is not that of the contracts that they have in the roles, that anyone can score 50 points in the National High, and I'm using that term loosely, but anyone with any talent, if you play every first line minute with fresh players and play every power play on the first unit, you're going to get 50 points.
Tyler Bozak got 49 last year. I know Walker thinks that's a cheap shot, but it's a fact. He has 49 points in 50 games.
Yeah, I mean, depending on how many games, but Cody Hodgson played the whole year, so I thought his press everyone was like, well, he had this great year. Yeah, but he played every year, every game. I mean, who wouldn't have those numbers? So I'm not a Cody Hodgson fan just because I don't think he's an elite level center. I think he's a good player. At his size and the way he skates and the way he plays D-zone, he's in a bad number on a very bad team.
Hey, real quick before we go, we got 30 seconds, but this has been a burgeoning impression on me more and more. Watching the Habs last night get beat the Blues, they add a guy that you know is going to be starting the playoffs for them in Devontae Smith-Pelly. Can this Montreal team win a Stanley Cup as a Canadian team first time?
You know what, I was asking that same question yesterday. The answer to me is no. They gave up too many shots, but having said that, I played on a team that gave up a lot of shots, had a great goaltender, Carey Price, and what he does for that team is bring them confidence. I don't know if they have the scoring to compete with the Western Conference when they get down to the nitty-gritty against St. Louis, against Anaheim, against LA, against Chicago. This is one of the
It's strong, just for certain that, Boston, or
every day because they haven't been a believer all year long. But I just don't think that they have enough to win a Stanley Cup. They do have enough to win the Eastern Conference, though.
Matthew, thanks for this as always. Appreciate it.
Have a great day, guys. Always a pleasure.
Matthew Barkley joined. He said,
Yes, he does not want you to have a good day. He does. He wants my day to be lost. Yes.
I'm not sure about that.
All right, so coming up today is it's an important day. Schools